More than 60% of Americans, as you may have guessed, barely make ends meet. This even extends to those with annual incomes beyond $100,000. It seems like they wind up spending more the more money they make. Why does this occur? A concept known as lifestyle inflation exists. It implies that when our income rises, we begin to spend more money on items that we may not actually need. Many people are then forced to use their credit cards when an unforeseen event occurs, such as a car breakdown or a trip to the hospital. Due to the additional money they must repay with interest, it may make matters even more difficult. However, things don't have to be this way. We can learn how to stop worrying about expenses all the time and instead keep more of the money we earn. Imagine a world where checking your bank account doesn't make you feel afraid. We're going to discuss how to quit living paycheck to paycheck and start experiencing life to the fullest. In this video, we'll speak about 6 practical methods to quit living paycheck to paycheck and get out of the rat race, as well as how to handle our money more effectively. Are you prepared to take charge of your finances and make them work for you? If so, click the bell symbol and subscribe to ensure that you don't miss any of the insightful content we release in the future. Now that we've established our starting point, let's get started on the path to escaping the rat race and living paycheck to paycheck. 1. Determine your why. Knowing why you wish to make a change is the first step. Consider this. What is the one aspect of your work that annoys you the most? Is it that you feel like you're not making progress no matter how hard you work? Perhaps you're tired of having someone else make all the decisions, or you're just over the whole stressful workplace environment. Whatever it is, it needs to pierce your soul deeply. We're referring to the kind of annoyance that gives you the urge to yell. You use that as fuel. Though it may sound extreme, sometimes the impetus to change comes from being exhausted of something. It could be that rage, that "I've had enough" sensation that spurs you on. So hold on to that sensation. Let that be your motivation to devise a strategy for getting out of the never-ending race. But it's not just about being angry. The key is to put that energy to use by doing action. Create a strategy, decide on some objectives, and get to work on living a life that you own. That's the initial step. Having a clear understanding of your why is similar to pointing a compass in the direction you wish to go. Let's go on to the second major phase. 2. Spending less on items you don't actually need. Among the biggest obstacles to breaking free from the rat race may be the items you purchase. It's simple to get sucked into the need for the newest gadget, designer clothing, or even just buying things because they're on sale. You're making it more difficult for yourself to break free, though, each time you swipe your credit card for something you don't really need. Now for an idea. What if you simply stopped? Consider destroying your credit card, or at the very least keeping it hidden somewhere difficult to access. Consider asking yourself, do I really need this? The next time you're about to make a purchase, maybe give a pass if it's not something absolutely necessary, like food or medication. In addition, there may be certain items you can omit or replace when it comes to grocery. For example, if your home has tap water, do you really need bottled water? Cutting costs is more than just making sporadic savings. It involves altering your way of life to enable significant long-term savings. Living within your means gives you the opportunity to reinvest your savings and watch them grow, in addition to saving money. That's how you begin to accumulate true wealth and make the transition to financial independence. Now let's move on to another game-changing strategy for quitting the rat race and living paycheck to paycheck. 3. Prioritize yourself. Now this may sound a little contradictory to your experience. When you receive your paycheck, you typically pay off debts like rent, phone bills, internet, and sometimes even a car payment. If you have any money left over, you might then put a little amount into savings. But there's hardly anything left over after you pay off all those bills. Most individuals fall into that trap, but we're going to change the course of events. Here's what you do. As soon as you receive your pay, put some money aside for yourself. Using $100 as an example, let's assume. This money is immediately deposited into an investment account or savings account, where it will begin to generate income for you. You use what's left over only after you've paid yourself to pay the bills. You may be asking yourself, what if there's not enough left for all my bills? At this point, that's the location of the magic. You have to be inventive and innovative to use this tactic. When finances are tight, it's a good idea to find ways to increase your income. Perhaps it entails taking up a side project that uses your skills, such as freelancing, selling goods online, or any other kind of work. It all comes down to making sure that you're working to secure your future as well as to pay your debts. The following action to stop living paycheck to paycheck is to 4. Begin accumulating assets. What is an asset now? It's a possession that increases your take-home pay. For instance, you might choose to purchase an internet store after finding one that is already profitable each month. Or you may buy some stocks when the time is perfect. Purchasing a home or apartment and having the tenant cover the mortgage payment is an additional option. The best aspect is that you don't have to clock in or out because these assets increase your income automatically in the background. The intention is for these assets to generate sufficient income so that you are not solely dependent on your salary. They may also subsequently grow into a significant sum of money. Let's say your internet business takes off and you end up selling it for much more than you originally paid. Or the value of the property you purchased increases, allowing you to sell it for a tidy profit. In this approach, you begin to make money work for you, rather than the other way around. Therefore, seizing assets is a wise strategy to get out of the rat race. It's about assembling a team of investors who generate income for you on a monthly basis, and eventually, the cash from your assets can even take the place of your salary. Okay, so here's another crucial step to ensure that you're not just getting by paycheck to paycheck. 5. Developing your sales and marketing skills. The key to practically anything you want to succeed at is sales and marketing. Assume, for example, that you have extraordinary talent at painting. You might be the owner of an incredible collection of works of art that draw attention from passersby. However, it's as though your paintings don't exist outside your house if no one is aware of them. This is where understanding how to market and sell your work alters the rules. It's all about identifying the ideal audience for your work and persuading them of its importance. Of course, this isn't limited to the arts. Whatever your area of expertise, you may unlock opportunities by fusing it with a little sales and marketing know-how. Lastly, step 6 is an extremely crucial one. 6. Starting a side business. Finding side gigs to generate extra money is the key to starting to accumulate funds for those major purchases, such as assets. There are numerous approaches to this. You can first exchange your time for cash. It's just that simple. You work and get paid. This could entail doing freelance work in areas where you excel, such as writing, coding, or graphic design. Or perhaps you're all about living the life of a social media influencer. The problem is, even if this strategy can empty your money account, keep in mind that there are only so many hours in a day. It's a good way to get money, but it does keep you constantly working for pay. Then there is the ideal choice, which is passive income. This is the kind of setup where you just need to do once to have things continue to make money. Consider launching an app, blogging, teaching online classes, or launching a drop shipping company. Although starting these gigs may require some work, once they are up and going, they can generate income while you're sleeping or doing other things. That concludes our conversation for today. We sincerely hope that this video was helpful to you in some way. We would love to hear from you in the comments below if you have any ideas or experiences that you would like to share. And what are you waiting for? If you're new here and haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, please hit the bell button after subscribing to ensure that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the future video.